Hi everybody, this is Simple Jaiswal here. I'm a personal excellence coach and HR mentor, a faculty, a trainer and a lawyer. Yes, you heard it right, I'm also a lawyer. So you see, in all my vocations, I'm deeply involved with people. So my work is focused around people. So before I start, I would like to thank Satrupa for giving me this opportunity to share something about my career journey. Let me give you a glimpse of my career journey till now. I started working as a management trainee in L&T Mumbai, and then later on I worked with 4 other software organizations in leadership role. My last stint was with Mediaocean as an HR director. Currently, I am working as a personal excellence coach, working with the students and professionals, helping them to scale up a building capability and coaching intervention. I also work with small and mid-sized organizations, helping them to set up the entire HR ecosystem and scale up the people processes. So that is about my journey in very brief. And now I will talk about five secrets that I do believe in that leads to success in your career. Okay, so the first one is about success mindset. Anthony Robbins says that success is 80% psychology and 20% tools and techniques. So if you have all the qualification, you have the techniques, you have the expertise, but if you do not have success mindset, success doesn't come. So success mindset is a very big topic. So basically it talks about your belief in your goals. How do you visualize your goals, your confidence in yourself, and whether you are able to celebrate small successes, whether you are able to achieve the goal that you set for yourself. So how focused are you on success? It is said, that whatever you focus on expands, whatever you give energy to expands. So if you focus on success, you get more success. If you focus more on problems, you get more of that, right? So it's important that in your career, you celebrate every small successes. We did that in our organization. Every small success that we had, whether it was an employee joining the organization or a successful HR event, we used to celebrate that, because this gives out a message to people that you are a person who is about success, and people want to be associated with successful people, right? And they would support you in turn for that. So my second thing was keep on learning. Keep on learning. So whatever stage of career you are in, whether you are a student, whether you are a college pass out, whether you're looking for a job, whether you are in a mid-career, you need to keep on learning. You need to keep on building yourself. My personal example I would want to cite over here. Whenever I had short breaks in my career because of personal reasons, I enrolled for certain certifications which I continued even after I got the job. Similarly, when I had a break for 3 months, I enrolled for LLB. LLB is basically a 3-year full-time program for becoming a lawyer. So I enrolled for that program, and once I got a job, I continued that along with my job. It was not easy, doing a full-time university program, giving 6 papers, exam every 6 months. But then I was committed towards my learning goals, so I completed that, and I'm really happy about that. So when we're talking about learning, I also want to recommend one thing, that it's very important to cultivate the habit of reading books, because that's the way you get an exposure to the minds of great thinkers, great writers, and it helps you to get answers to certain questions of yours. Now third thing is about leading by example. So your leadership style. I believe that this should be leading by example, because when you do that, you inspire people around you, you motivate them to do those things that you want them to do. I personally have used this in my tenure, and therefore my team always wanted to work with me. They always wanted a manager like me, and I can proudly say that there was zero attrition while I was working with them, right? So it's very important that if you have to influence people, you need to lead by example. You need to show them the way. Just words wouldn't help. It's also the action that is very important, right? So research says, that people do not leave organizations, they leave managers. So be that manager with whom the employee wants to work. So my fourth thing is enjoy the work. Enjoy whatever work you're doing. Put your best into that and your results will follow. So whatever the work could be something which you may not be liking at this point of time. It may be something which is very small that you consider, but do that. I had a similar experience in my first job where I was just handling employees' personal files. So which looks to be a very mundane, more clerical type of job. So one would say, what is the value addition a MBA could do? But then I took it up saying, let me see what best I can do with that. So even though I was handling personal files of the employees, I was processing their vehicle loans and housing loans. I got to know a lot of things about the employee, about their past experience, about their qualification, about their family, about the issues. So I used that information to connect with them, to build rapport with them. And this way I developed an internal network in the organization who became my support system. When I moved up in my HR roles, they became my support system. So I never think that any work is small or big. I think so every work gives you a learning. So you need to take that and move on. Right? And the fifth thing is never give up. Never give up. Very important. There would be so many challenges while you're working. There will be points where you may be frustrated because of certain circumstances and you may feel like giving up. But that time, think as to why did you start in first place? What is the purpose? And if you're clear about the purpose, then that will give you that belief and that courage to continue. So never give up. Coming back to my story, I did have a lot of personal challenges because of staying in a nuclear family, having a high-profile job to manage, then a small daughter for whom I was dependent on the creche. My husband had a high-profile job. He was quite frequently traveling. So there were personal challenges which I had to manage along with my professional requirements. At the same time, there are professional requirements also. So then, if I had to take a certain call, if I had certain times, about twice I had to take a break from my career, very short breaks. But I said it's okay, no issues, let me do that. Take a break and come back with much more vigor. It is not really an end of your career. Because of certain reasons, if you need to take break, it's okay. You need to build yourself in that gap. Do not get disheartened, right? So these are the 5 things I feel that will give you success if you observe them, if you give your 100% to your job. Now while you're doing all this and focusing on your professional commitments, do remember that your personal commitments and your personal life is equally important. Because if you're like a kite who's soaring high in the sky, achieving your professional goals, there's somebody in the ground who is holding the thread. And who is that person? It is your family member. So unless until somebody holds the thread in the ground, the kite cannot soar high. So give importance to your personal commitments as well. Manage that along with your professional commitments. So that is it from me. And I'm so happy to share this with all of you. I would be super happy to connect with all of you over LinkedIn. Do connect with me. Do reach out to me in case of any help is required. And I wish you all the best, all of you in your career. Have a great day. Thank you so much.